Let's get it. Welcome to the Dear Son Show. We have meaningful conversations about life through the lens of fatherhood. It's for fathers, those with fathers, and the fatherless, so nobody's left out. These are the conversations we want our sons to access as they grow through life in the manhood, so no topics are off limits. I'm one of your laughing hosts, D. Johns.
Your other host, Jay Black.
Jay Black, man, what's so funny, man? Throw you all the way off.
Something always happening, man. You know how
all the way up. Never a dull moment, man. How you feeling?
Yeah, everything good, man.
Everything good?
Yeah, look, I don't have no complaints, no worries.
Okay.
What about you?
Everything cool, man. I thought you was gonna bring yours in here, but I'm just gonna be accountable to the people. My 1 gallon has started.
Well, you're not gonna do me like that.
Okay.
I made my gallon this morning.
Yeah, I know.
But you know, I do a vitamin supplement every morning.
Kool-Aid, but
so this not well, you can say that, but
yeah.
So this is my first I don't want to get them 16 free. But this is my first shot of my vitamins this morning.
Again, if you missed the last episode, go check that out. Number 1, because what are you doing with your life?
Correct.
After you like, share, and subscribe. Also, what we are doing is starting the water intake before we ingest. Right? Ingest?
Yep.
Ingest any actual solid foods. Or food, period. Yep. So I'm at a gallon. Jay Black committed to a gallon. Commit to whatever you commit to, just to get your water intake up.
Yeah.
Half gallon, whatever it is. This is not medical advice. This is not scientific advice. This is not nutritional advice. This is just something that has worked for me in the past. And if it worked for me in the past, it'll work for me again. Do it as you please.
That's right. And the body needs water.
The body do need water, man.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it, man. Today's topic is one from the bank. So he's seen it, but he don't know which one it is.
Yeah.
So again, if you're just joining our journey, we don't discuss the episode before we discuss it with y'all.
No.
This is actually just the conversation we would normally have this time in front of the cameras. Well, the other 100 and all the hundreds or so times in front of the cameras. But the ones that y'all don't see be the ones for real.
For real.
But today, the topic is, dear son, my ceiling is your floor.
Huh. Yeah.
What you think?
Pick up where I left off.
Okay.
Like you're supposed to be better than me. My goal is for you to be better than me. Do greater things than I did or could have done. My regrets, which I don't live with regrets, but my regrets should be your triumph. You know what I mean? So I pushed the envelope as far as I could with the amount of information and technology that we had.
Yeah.
And with the level of information and technology now available, plus your endless bank of my mistakes I've made, pick up that baton and let's go, son.
Many of which are captured here on this podcast.
Yeah.
On this show.
Yeah. What about you?
You spot on. It's the reason this one came to mind timing wise was the clips that are going are about us being positive with our sons.
Yes. And
the pushback from it was kind of, So when you're saying you're supposed to be better than me, I'm thinking back to the kind of like, man, do all men share that? Like, do fathers really want their sons to be better than them? I know it's true in these two chairs. I know it's true in our circle.
Certainly.
But it just seemed like some of the comments that were surfacing were from a hateful place. They didn't necessarily, I don't want my son to be better than me, but it was giving that. It was giving that. So it's definitely building on the mistakes. And that's why I lost the misstep, because like what you said about regrets.
Yeah.
About the time missed with my father in terms of deep conversation.
Right.
I didn't have to double down on his mistakes, not knowing his mistakes.
Right.
So now, a lot of the conversations with Donovan now, but side note, my son is actually a cool guy.
Yeah.
Not that I thought he was weird in the sense, but I was looking for things that we had in common.
Right.
And as we began to talk more, I'm like, this.
But you all right.
Let's go kick it.
Yeah.
First choice to go kick it.
Yeah.
But I'm presenting information to him through the lens of my mistakes, not suggesting that your father's a failure, but it's the conversation of first check, man. How you know what you thinking? You got any goals in place? I know it's your first check, but
what you got?
You got any goals in place? How quick do you think you can stack 1,000? And I was thinking, he had to think about it. He's like, I was thinking, maybe a certain percentage of check. I said, that's that's good. If you get if you had that discipline, it'll create discipline.
Yeah.
I said also there's something about seeing your first 1,000 in the bank. It'll change how frivolous you for me. And again, I was like, son, for me, because I'm not where I want to be financially. So all I can give you is what has happened.
Right.
Don't let what happened to me happen to you.
Please.
We don't have to do that. I was like, man, when you see that first 1,000, it's something triggered in my mind. Like, man, it was cool. It's cool having 1,000 in there.
Yeah.
So now I don't at least want to go below that.
No, right.
And it's like, man, can I get the 1,500? By the time you know, you might got 5,000 stashed away in a few months, several months.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, but it's in there.
Yeah, but it's in there. But it's in there. And then you start to think differently about what you have the capability to do. Like what options are available to you. If you only got 400 in your account at one time, bowling every night seems like a great idea because that's manageable.
Right.
But
at the end of the day, I'm gonna have my four.
Right. But a couple of $80 nights, that four almost half now. You know what I'm saying? So get you something, man. But that's kind of the lens. So yeah, well, let's kind of walk through it like that because we got into the mistakes, man. What key mistakes are you focused on beating on, or even the littles? I'm gonna stop calling y'all littles because they probably gonna start watching the podcast at some point.
You littles? Yeah, I told you them kids be trying to bully me, man. So I don't care. You the littles, mofo in the brain. I don't care. But be slow to anger, man. My detriment, my shortcomings that I could acknowledge in my life have always somehow or another, if I go back and dissect the moment, it was a misunderstanding or a knee-jerk reaction. Like something triggered me and I reacted immediately.
Yeah.
Before I stepped back. It's easier said than done, especially for me. If something really, really rubs you or triggers you, please count. I know that sounds ridiculous. If you stand there and you just give yourself 60 seconds,
right,
a minute, you might still be mad enough to pop off and do what you're going to do. But more often than not, man, I'm seeing my first reaction is emotional. So so that's why I try to sit and like right now, I'm talking to you about this other endeavor. Mm-hmm. I want to pull the trigger so bad right now. I want to go. Sitting in it. I'm like, wait, just hold on. I'm trying to pass that on to my sons because trouble easy to get in and hard to get out of. But bad business decisions are equally the same. It's the same. It takes almost nothing to sign a lease to a new office or go sign up for this debt or go on this new endeavor and throw some money at it. I got this little lump sum right here. I'm gonna throw it at this chance and see what it do. Well, if you don't do your proper sitting in it and analysis, demand, need, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to, that goes into relationship. Boy, she bad, I got to have her.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's that age.
Sit down for a second and watch her move. Does she care about herself? Does she care about things outside of herself? We can apply this thing to every aspect of your life. Dating, family, father, husband, work, corporate, grind, bread, spirituality, your relationship with God. It's the same. Because if you want to struggle with talking to God about, I'm trying to be a better person in this area, and then something presents itself and you knee-jerk react, and it may directly conflict with the relationship that you are currently building with God. You see what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it could go in every area. So what you got?
Man, my first one out the gate is use your words, which is I need to put it on the shirt at this point.
Man.
Put it on my mirror, on the sticky. Like use your words and what I mean by that is allow the situation, the conflict, the opportunity, because it's not just negative, to be allow a discussion.
Yeah.
Don't decide for all other parties involved without involving all other parties. I am big guilty of that. And it is much of a, it's not even a cop out. I'm grateful that it happened, and I reference it often that it happened because of corporate. I wish I had the insight or the courage, rather, to be that in my house before. But when I got into leadership, trying to make all the decisions didn't work.
Yeah.
Number one, as a leader, as a real leader, you're going to wear all of the burden of the group. And you'll rarely get all of the praise for the group.
You will not.
At least that wasn't my approach. I wanted to make sure that my people were protected. I held them accountable.
Yeah.
But the CFO, the CEO don't actually care what direct report they report to somebody that report you did. Derek, what you didn't meet the goal. It's a very much you conversation.
Correct.
And no matter how much I'm sitting there in that conversation, having another conversation in my head about, man, if only. For I knew. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I did it.
It doesn't matter.
Right.
It's on me. So like learning to have conversation, and it's still a bit of a challenge for me. It's sometimes because I don't have enough grace all the time for the number of times the conversation has to be had.
Man.
And I saw I don't know if I think it's Jason Spitzer. I'll insert his IG. I mentioned that he does a lot of posts about emotional regulation for dads. Yeah. I mean, it's applicable to parents. But I believe it was one of his posts talking about having to tell your 4-year-old something several times and you get frustrated, you're the problem. A 4-year-old and a 40-year-old is very different, but sometimes there's a bit of applicability to how did we have the conversation? Was a conversation about me being heard? Or was a conversation about me using language that they actually can understand? Or were they just up and down nodding because I'm so aggressive and they want to get it over with?
Trying to get out the moment.
It's those things.
Yep.
It's those things.
Yep. And that's very important because it goes back to like I was saying about the emotion and the knee jerk. And the benefit, because I try to take a positive spin on everything. The benefit of some of the opposite comments that are made on the reels that pop up, the 3-hour summation from a 30-second reel of being able to tell someone how they live their lives,
how they live their whole
and
life.
Their parenting style from 30 seconds is beyond me. But it does show perspective though.
Yeah.
Because I'm not perfect. I've been a very demanding dad in my earlier parenting years. I'm older now and I've seen mistakes and I've seen the outcome of trying to take a tyrant approach with my children. And I'm not proud of that. I didn't like it.
Right.
Did it yield results? Sure it did. Mm-hmm. Of course it will. But at what cost? You have to always be mindful of what the end goal is and what that goal looks like. Can I make a cake by just throwing some ingredients in a bowl and shoving it in a hot oven? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Will that cake turn out better and more moist or more presentable and whatever you want to do, more edible?
Right.
If I just take my time and add some care to merging and blending these ingredients. You see what I mean? Both will yield a cake, but both cakes are not, one is less desirable than the other. Because now do I want my children walking around as robots and soldiers in this world that sometimes it takes compassion to think my way out of a situation because the force will only make the situation worse. I can show up with brute force, but when brute meets brute, now we're talking about a possible melee or one life, 2 lives going down to 1, or a prison sentence or losing your job because you're right in the moment. So you're going to win the battle, but you're going to lose the war. You see a head-to-head disagreement with your superior, whatever that is, because you're always going to answer to somebody. I don't care who you are, what level you are in your journey of gaining income or life, you're going to answer to somebody.
Yeah.
someone's a decision maker on behalf of the benefit of your business. If that's your customers and clientele, whatever that is. So now if there's a disagreement, you may be right based on your standard. And if all I showed my sons their entire lives, when you're right, and you stand on being right and you take nothing less from anyone else.
Yeah.
As opposed to you're right, but there's a such thing as being right and getting it wrong.
I always promoted with my team, I care less about you being right and more about the right thing being done.
Yeah.
I expect you to be right.
Yes. Yeah, that's why you
yeah. So you coming in off talking about I'm right. Congratulations for showing up.
Yeah.
You did your job. You said something interesting that you say often, but it hit me a little bit different when you just said it. You said, can I get a result for being a tyrant? Yes, at what cost? The at what cost piece, and for me, because I hear you say it so much, it didn't provoke the thought that it did just now, is that the cost we don't know until it's often too late to actually reverse it, or very costly to reverse it. So this being a way as a father that gets a result in your house, you don't understand the impact of that until they get outside of your house and maybe they don't want to come back to your house.
Correct.
Or maybe as you grow and change, you start to see how they treat your grandchildren.
Ooh.
And that's like, oh, where'd you get that from?
Oh. Ooh. Or your spouse.
Yeah. Or you got that from me.
Ooh.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
yes.
that's a big one. So we got anger, we got use your words, conversation. What other things are you focused on? It doesn't even have to be negative. In terms of, son, I got us to here, or I got us to here, or here was my limitation. What else you got?
Moving forward, like progress. Sometimes, because you can look at a certain thing and say, hey, that's the goal. The goal is I'm going to go start a business. I'm going to obtain these assets and I'm just going to kick back. The world is ever changing. Everything around you, nothing's constant but change.
Yeah. I
got a cousin say that every day. Only thing constant is change. I want my children to be more accepting to change. I'm not saying that I'm against change, but when sometimes when a new concept is introduced, I analyze it probably one step longer than I would prefer. I would prefer that my children learn from that hesitancy to get ahead of the curve. Like if a song comes out and people heard it before me and they're trying to, man, let me put you on this. It don't hit the same as I found it.
Right, gotcha.
You know what I mean? So now I found it and now I'm good and I developed my own understanding or enjoyment of that piece.
Yeah.
The same as with a new technology or a new currency, or we're going digital. Everything's going so digital right now. I jumped on the digital train later than I should have. I didn't appreciate AI when it first came out as much as I do now, because it was a lack of understanding. It was a lack of appreciation due to my lack of understanding of how vast and quickly moving this thing is, but how great it is as well. Because it's so great that if you don't have an understanding, it could absolutely lead to your downfall and your detriment.
Yeah.
Because if you're not actively engaging in it, you're going to be left behind. Yeah. And so that's what I'm fearful of with my children. The world is ever changing and evolving. And if you hesitate, the more that we get older and older, and the times that are coming up now, where we could used to be able to, that was weird how I worded it.
Used to could to be to be able to do that.
We could perhaps take 6 months
yeah.
to really pay attention to a thing. 30 days right now, you're a lifetime behind, it seems.
Yeah.
That's the pace that technology is on. And I don't say that to scare my children. They're capable. So don't you put your ceiling on your children.
And I think that's the part, because to them, I think it's natural.
It's natural.
Like my 15-month-old granddaughter can operate a phone.
You see what I mean?
And part of it is like, are you proud of that? Well, I mean, but my point is that's the world she knows from birth. The world our children have known from birth, they're more accustomed to faster paces of change than, because we've lived pre-internet.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We live where you had to get a message by giving a message to somebody and somebody get it to you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Or mail. Mail a letter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. So we have a reference, which I appreciate. And we got to be mindful of how we give them our reference, like you're saying, not necessarily giving it to them as a limitation, but help them to appreciate the times that they're in, contrasting them to the times that we know. So I think they're the way life has been for them their whole life sets them up to move a little faster. And it would be on us to be like, hey, yeah, you pull the coattail when it makes sense, but again, be mindful of, okay, am I trying to alert them or help them see something different, or am I forecasting my hesitancies on them because I don't know or I didn't do a thing.
I'm glad you said that, because that was my next question to you. Do you feel like, or can you look back and analyze? I know, and it's kind of unfair in the moment.
That's what we do.
Do you feel like you've ever projected your fears on your children?
Yeah, and it was, in a sense, it was my next point that I was going to say for my next thing is I played too small for a long time.
Yeah.
And I say it is my personality to kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, look at Jay. Look at, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm over here.
Look at the guest who's on, you know what I'm saying? And, but because I think it's important, but also if you don't recognize who you are and present yourself as who you really are,
right,
I can't fault anybody for not seeing who I am.
Right.
So I think I've kind of, even if it's not direct words, but just how they see me move, taking humility too far.
Yeah.
And that might not resonate well with some people,
but I get it.
Yeah.
And that's
if you've been around me, it absolutely would.
Right.
Would resonate.
Because I kind of equate it to, we grew up in a time where adults would say, get down off that wall, you're going to fall. I could possibly have the best balance of any person you've ever met in your entire life.
Yeah.
You just talked me out of being a world-famed trapeze artist.
Right.
You see what I mean? You've projected your fears. You're going to fall.
Yeah.
Power in the tongue. You're speaking that to me. So now anytime this person gets on anything high, that's resonating in their spirit. Oh, I better get down. I'm going to fall. Now you've inherently made this person afraid of heights.
Right.
Get away from that water before you fall in there and drown. You've made this child become an adult that's afraid of water and don't want to learn how to swim. Slow down in that car. You're going to wreck.
Yeah.
Slow down in the car. I get it. But don't add the portion of negativity to say you're going to wreck. You don't know what could happen going that fast.
Yeah.
Let's just be safe and not go that fast.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with wording it that way. But when you add the detriment on the back end, like, oh, you're gonna wipe yourself out. You're going to fail. Don't jump out there too quickly in that market, son. You're going to lose all your money, go broke, and lose everything. Well, now you just made this person overly conservative.
Money under the mattress.
Right. But then when you see these wolves of Wall Street, if you will, you're celebrating them. They're championed for being aggressive and taking risks. And you perhaps had the next in the making. But because you didn't understand it, you talked them down and put your ceiling on this child and caged them in and stunted their growth. And now they're not going to reach their potential. Perhaps they will later.
Yeah.
If that fire is just that deep in them. But imagine how much they had to fight against you to eventually get there. If you would have been pouring into them that whole time, they would have been 20 steps ahead by the time they left your door.
And you can mean well, mean very well. And it might not actually lead to resentment. It might just lead to questions like, why did you know what I'm saying? Why did you do that? That was like my pops in football.
Mm-hmm.
He got hurt playing football, sandlot. You know what I'm saying? And he believes he believes that's what led
to do this.
No, that's what led to all his back injuries. So for him,
why you put
but because organized didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? That was his logic of this thing leads to this.
Mr. Jones.
So he don't big football fan. He not on the field, right? So for me, it was never a thing in my house to
Jump
to
in that
do it.
football.
If my kids wanted to play, it would have been fine. But it was never a thing like, hey man, we're gonna go out here. You know what I'm saying? For me, that was basketball.
Right.
But what I'm saying is the negative thing that happened to him in an environment that wasn't necessarily safe to begin with. You know, so this is football on concrete, tackle, like it's that.
Yes.
Yes, you get hurt. Yes, you get hurt playing regular football too.
Absolutely.
But it's because this thing happened to me in this environment, all of the environment looks like this is my point. And he don't care nothing about.
No, I thought you were busted about saying like, whoa.
No, I'm saying it was hood in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
right? I'm saying he grew up in the.
That's what champions are made.
He grew up in the Jacks.
Or hoopers. Like, that football ain't for me, man. I'm going to the basketball.
For sure. So I try to be mindful of the lens that I presented to, like when I'm giving them lessons, like, hey, be mindful of this.
Right.
We're not saying you shouldn't pursue this. I'm saying when I pursued this, it looked like this. This part might have worked then. It might still work now. But this part, I actually tore out the frame.
Man.
I tore this one out the frame and it wasn't good.
Yeah.
And I just got over it last year.
I'm talking about right now.
That's kind of me and Bitcoin. I knew about Bitcoin 2009 when I came back from Iraq. Some cats was talking about it.
I had a partner. He bought like one of the smoke shops when they first started doing that. And some vendor came in and they put a Bitcoin machine inside of his shop. And he was like, man, this is the next big thing, man. You can go get one of them and drop your $10 in there and grab this.
Oh.
Buddy, if I would have put $100 in that machine.
Oh, man.
But I don't operate in that shoulda, coulda, woulda regret thing.
Yeah.
But life does what it's supposed to do when it's supposed to do it.
What's one of the good things that you took to a level that you're proud of and just see where it could go? It can go beyond.
My grind, man. That like if my sons grind like I grind and they drive and push like I drive and push, man, give me the popcorn. I want to watch. Because it's and I see it. I see glimpses of, just like, for instance, the brain had a paper this morning before I took him to school. He had a 96 on a math test that he did. And he was dead set against the fact that one was wrong. I don't necessarily do that, more so than my wife. She's no, you got to tell me why this wrong. I get it. I'm not tripping. So as we're looking over the problem, he right. And I told him, I said, hey man, you're right. Teacher tripping. And I hate to tell him that, because once you show him somebody that he got the one up on you on something, you almost can stop talking to him.
Why are you teaching me?
You teaching me? And I showed you that problem was wrong, and I talked to you, and you double down on our. So watching that, I have to hone it in though, so it doesn't leak into arrogance. But the drive, if they take my drive minus my mistakes with their wit and their current environment, what cancer?
Out of here.
Out of here.
You said what cancer?
Yeah, what cancer? All that's gone. We done. They fixing everything, solving everything. And I say that because I pour that into them like, son, let's go. Fix it. Go fix it.
Yeah.
You don't like this in the world? Go fix it. Change it. Put your hands on it. Talk to people. Educate the people around you about voting. Like, I have conversations with them about being socially conscious as well. Like we always talk to our children about playing sports or going chase some money, but I try to make sure that be mindful of your community as well. If you're not voting, you don't have the right to talk about the decisions that are being made.
Especially in the community.
In the community is where it matters most. Like, that directly impacts what's going on at your front door.
Yeah.
Not to say that the presidency and those positions do not, but certainly if you're deciding who the judges are, the county commissioners and the sheriff, oh my God, you're making active decisions for your community. What we talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that awareness. So when that stuff like that pop up, they look at it and they recognize it and they have something to say about it. And I'm excited about that. So I can't wait to see a better version of if I would have started doing the things that I do now earlier in life. I'm trying to make sure they start that at this phase.
Yeah.
What you got?
For me, man, it's kind of in a similar vein, but I literally believe I can do anything.
Yeah.
That I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they've seen it through us having an idea like this started.
Yes.
This started, and then it's like, oh, so you go film stuff for other people. Your idea, you never know how your idea is going to flourish into other things.
That's right.
The thing that I was focused on, the reason I started doing it, not necessarily took a backseat, but it facilitated other opportunities that allowed me to get some income while this is still building.
Right.
So to see it and do it, I definitely want them to execute faster than I do. But I'm happy that they are seeing us talk about ideas and become accountable to them. Like this, like we're starting a clothing brand. We're starting this. We're doing this. Keisha is starting her business. Like all of these things they see, and it warms my heart because when I hear them talk about stuff, like when they talk about what their parents do in class, they talk about the ownership.
Yes.
That's what they talk, and it's normal to them, even though we haven't done a great job of saying specifically ownership matters. They see that we own and create things. Some things work, some things don't.
Right.
But we never give up on the pursuit of creating something that they can actually either take on, that we can exit, and it can give them something to facilitate their dreams. I don't want any of them to lose that, because I mean, Eli and Eden specifically, because they've known that more of their life than the older ones. You know, the older ones, we were kind of moving around, and it was job.
Right.
And that's still a component of it. But the younger ones, they're like, y'all got the equipment.
Yeah.
Like, I want
right here.
I want to do this. Like, I turned the thing on.
Yeah.
I'm not asking to do something that we can't actually do in this house.
Right.
And just being able to tap into their creativity and turn it into not just money, but showing them that it can be done.
Absolutely.
It can be done.
It's tangible.
Yeah. In the way that they're seeing it through, the way they're seeing it develop, gives them a better perspective, I believe, than if it happened like that.
Right.
Oh, it just this, we go from this to this. Like, nah, we no. We cut back on some stuff because we going here. And as the trajectory turns again, you know, you'll see that it's a result of this.
Yeah.
But I definitely want them to keep that. I can do it.
Yeah.
I can do it. And try it and adjust. And when you try it and it doesn't work the way that you think it's going to work, keep pushing through it. Keep pushing through it, because again, if I was writing a story, we already be at 18 million subscribers, 40 billion downloads a day.
and if it's easy to be successful, everybody would do it. Everybody would do it. Meaning,
everybody could. Go ahead.
I know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
But I'm saying everybody that's doing it would have the same level of success.
That I agree with. I was about to say everybody could do it.
Right.
Yeah. If it were that easy, everybody could.
If it was just guaranteed that all you got to do is do it, and this success automatically comes with it. There's doctors that don't make money. There's attorneys that don't make money. Like the potential is there.
Yeah.
But the lesson in that is you still have a level of grind. You still have a level of assertion. You have to make sure you assert yourself. You have to carve out what your lane is in that thing. What part of that industry is not being serviced properly or lacking? Because at the end of the day, if you just like, yep, I'm a doctor, and you sit back and cross your heels, you just a doctor.
Patients gonna come.
Yeah. They're gonna come knocking on my door and tell me, hey, what you got for me? It just doesn't work like that.
So we spent the majority of this conversation talking about what we want with them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's kind of shift and talk about what we know they're going to do because of what we see. Like I see this one got it, or this one. Anything in that on your radar on that?
It's tricky because I'm exposing them to things and they're catching it.
I'm glad you said that, because that's a better way to frame it is, who has the lesson? Like, what lessons do they have?
Right.
And it's not wishful thinking.
Right. Like I have them in music. They play piano and they're excelling at that. I have them in basketball.
Yeah.
They train every week in basketball. They train every week in piano, and they're doing equally well in both.
Yeah.
The brain on the piano is mind blowing, man. I'm
not
watching
shocked.
that boy, man. I'm like,
Yeah. Not shocked.
But so I'm excited about that because as they are exposed to other things, there's no pushback.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting the same feedback from the trainer for basketball that I'm getting from the piano teacher. The piano teacher says, man, they're very receptive. Like I show them something, demonstrate it one time, they catch it, and they're right on it. I like their attitude. They want to learn. They're yearning to learn it. Same thing in basketball. The beauty is they're right there in age, so they compete against each other. He pairs them up. It's nobody else is there, just them two. So they're competing with each other nonstop. And when they come home, they can replicate that environment because they're competing with each other at home as well.
Yeah.
And he says, man, they must be inseparable at home. Like they push each other. He was like, it's hard to get that level of push. I said, yeah, because two brothers in one household, you dare not want to be outdone by the other.
Yeah.
So that's a benefit. So I'm looking at that as in the business world, even if they don't do a joint venture together, if they veer off in two different directions, I feel like they're going to look over the shoulder like, what my brother doing over there? I got to make sure he not outpacing me, so that there's nothing wrong with healthy competition.
Right.
Iron sharpens iron. So if I've been pushing, trying to make sure I keep pace or outpace my sibling my entire life, and we're operating at such a level that it's pushing us beyond what's considered to be where we're supposed to be within our threshold. Like I'm 7 and I'm 9. I'm supposed to be on level 3, but I'm already on level 7 because I'm out trying to outdo my brother. I see that in real time, and I'm trying to make sure that that doesn't fizzle away or burn out, because as that could be applied to other things, academics, finance, development, relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm trying to make sure that they understand how important it is for that to spill over in these other areas of life as well. And if they do, the sky is the limit, man.
Yeah. I'm seeing the emotional intelligence piece with Donovan way before I caught it.
Man.
Like he the way he reasons through things, you got to work on using your words all the time. And been following the show, the episode that we had.
Yeah.
Like where everything came to a head.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, even since then, the depth in the conversation, or just him talking about what was good and not about work. It was a slow day, but it's like that sometimes.
Yeah.
I got to stay focused.
Yeah.
Or at school, it's like we didn't do much with our hands today. It was just a whole lot of online work, but I get it. I understand that.
Yeah.
That this is part of the process. Now, if he's just telling me that or not, I don't. It's it'll impact him.
Right.
But I'm not like drawing it out of him. He
offering it up.
He seems to be coming to these realizations. So I love that, being aware and being able to process, understanding the importance of processing a situation. Because me, I was pushed through it, ignore it, go around it, go whatever, whatever it is, especially at that age.
Yeah.
And if he can continue down that path before I do, provided that that's what he wants to do, he'll be in a good position. With Eli, I definitely see that he can do anything. Like if he thinks it, he'll go off and get quiet and come back with a thing.
Yeah.
Like whatever resources he has available is what he's going to use.
Yeah.
He doesn't, man, if only I would have, if I had this, I would have. He's like,
I got it. It's around here. I'll be right back.
Man, you got to rinse. Watch out, man. Give me some cardboard and a toothpick.
Yeah.
And a paper clip.
I'll be right back.
And we rocking. A whole lot I see with the girls. We dear sons, so we always kind of start with our sons. But my daughter's like Honor is a much better parent than I thought she would be. And that's
Really?
not
No shade.
knocking, but
Right.
given where it happened in life and other things that were happening, fantastic parent.
That's dope, man.
And the decisions that she's making now in terms of who's around her children, I like what I'm seeing there.
Yeah.
A lot of communication is still open, so I like that because I had the benefit of being out of the house. The freedom of being, I don't know if it was a benefit. Definitely want to be. We got to get to that episode too. Encouraging sons to stay home longer to get their foot in.
Please.
But I like the community in the house. Imani's doing her thing at school.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, every couple weeks I see her.
All is well.
All this, she moving around, moving and grooving. She definitely has more continuous focus than I had. 'Cause when I logged into school, I logged in.
Yeah.
I had to work at the same time because I put myself in that position. So it was frustrating. But nah, she hasn't let up academically.
Man.
In Eden, like I joked last time, she's going on 47. She has this ability to make people feel welcome.
Yeah.
And I don't want to projecting my fears or issues onto that. I don't want her to rein that in so much to where it changes who she is. I got to make sure she understands everybody is not welcome in.
Or deserving of such. That's the key.
That's what we get into now. 12 going on 13. Then she lets me know I'll be 13 in 9 months. Shut up, okay? Knock it off. There's nothing coming with 13. She thinks she probably thinks she getting a SIM card for her phone. That's probably what she believes.
Hey.
8th grade is probably
be 13 in 9 months now.
And that's a necessity. But I like what I'm saying. Of course, there are things that that need to be adjusted.
Yeah.
They motivate me in a way that they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about because I got kids, I got to do this. I'm like, man, you figured that out. I should be figuring some stuff out. I really should be figuring some stuff out, man. So dear son, my ceiling is your floor. Just being intentional about not be a springboard. Be a springboard. Don't require them all of the trials and tribulations that you went through. You went through them because of whatever. Your duty is to give them the benefit of those lessons that you learned.
Unless it's now, I get some things you have to see for yourself so that you can understand the importance of being thorough in a thing. But hardship for the sake of hardship, don't be ridiculous.
Yeah, watching you make a decision and sending you to a decision are two different things.
Yeah.
If I know the brakes is out, I'm not going to
go drive that car up the street for me.
He probably gonna get in the car. Watch. No, sir. We not doing that, man. What else you got in closing, bro?
Man, in closing, just always you'll hear us say, you hear the same phrases because they're important to us. Use your words and at what cost. If you really apply those phrases to everyday life or to meaningful situations, it'll help you, one, timestamp better.
Yeah.
Because you look up, man, too often we'll be somewhere and we'll have the littles with us and you'll see an elderly couple just in the off to the side, just looking and smiling. And they can't help but walk up to you and say, cherish it, it's gone too soon.
Yeah.
And all you doing the whole time is you trying to get them to 18. I'm trying to get them to 18. I'm trying to get you through this grade, get you through school, send you off to college. Slow down.
Yeah.
Timestamp. Live the moment, enjoy the moment. It's coming. All of that's coming. Just like we talked about the baby. You want to rush the baby to walk. You want to rush the baby to talk. Now you want them to sit down somewhere because they're getting in everything. Yeah. Stop talking. Stop calling my name so much. Relax.
Yeah.
It's coming.
I'm more interested in living life with my children than getting my children away so I can live my life. Yes. That's all we got. That's going to do it for this episode. We appreciate you guys. God bless you. Peace.
Peace.